They came from the four corners of the earth. The mightiest gladiators from Great Britain, Finland, America, and Russia. Together for the first time in history, united to accept the challenge of the international champion contenders in a battle that would decide who is the best in the world.
Preliminary rounds. And John Fashanu, you have been there before. What is it like, the moments before the big game in the locker room?
Well, Mike, everybody's got their own way of calming themselves down and focusing on what they're trying to achieve. Right now, backstage, a lot of nerves, a lot of tension. They just want to get out here. They want to meet everybody as soon as possible. They know what is at stake.
With that in mind, let's meet tonight's contenders. First from Finland, Riikka, Hartikainen.
And from the USA, Adrienne, Sullivan.
And as a gesture of international goodwill, a little exchanging of pins. Riikka, where are you from in Finland?
I'm from Joensuu.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a kindergarten teacher, and now I study special education at University of Joensuu.
And how do you think you're going to do against the Gladiators? I know you've had some help from your Finnish teammates.
Yeah, they're all supporting me, and I do my best.
We wish you the best of luck as well, and I notice you're sporting an American Gladiator pin courtesy of Adrienne.
Yeah, she just gave it to me.
Riikka Hartikainen from Finland. Good luck.
Adrienne, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living?
I'm a police officer back home. I work for the DeKalb County Police Department.
Are you a normal police officer, CIA, detective, what?
I'm a detective back home. Been one for about 9 months now. Been on the force about 6 years.
And what do you do for hobbies?
Do my karate, Tang Sudo, bike ride, do a lot of miles, and play racquetball, basketball, just any little thing I can get athletic and do.
Are you confident you're going to do well tonight?
Yeah, I think I have the correct attitude to put on a good show, score some good points, and come out victorious.
And of course, enjoy yourself. Off you go, Adrienne. Get yourself ready.
Introducing tonight's male contenders. From Russia, Shostak.
And from Great Britain, Paul Fields. Come on, guys.
Stass, welcome to England. Where do you hail from? Where's your hometown?
I'm from in Moscow, in Russia. My family live in Moscow. My wife Ludmila and a little daughter Dasha.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a professional coach, bodybuilding and powerlifting.
So you don't think you're going to have a problem tonight against the Gladiators with all that strength, huh?
The game is excellent. He's real strong.
You're real strong, you're real excellent. We look forward to watching you compete. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Stass Shostak from Russia. Good luck.
Thank you very much, Birmingham.
Okay, Paul, what do you do for a living?
I'm a police officer in London, in the Met, Holborn Police Station.
Got many, many supporters. I don't know what it is about tonight, but we've got a police lady on as well. Tell us, Paul, the last time we saw you in Great Britain, you didn't have that tooth missing. Can you tell us all what's happened?
Right, in the final, during Powerball, I got knocked to the floor and the root of my tooth split. So I had to go and get the root extracted.
I'm sure your wife wasn't very happy with that.
No, not at all. Neither was I, but gonna do my best today.
Are you fit? Ready to go?
I am, yeah. Fit and raring.
Paul, let's see how you get on. Off you go, get yourself ready. Paul Fields from Great Britain.
And now that we've heard from all the principals, only one thing can be said. Let the games begin. Coming up, event number 1, women's Powerball. Wearing the pink uniform, operating out of the red scoring barrel will be Riikka Hartikainen from Finland, 25 years old. Wearing the yellow uniform from the USA, Adrienne Sullivan, 5'6", 145, a police officer. She'll be operating out of the blue scoring barrel. And they'll be going against our trio of gladiators. Here they are, Sky, Flash, and Nightshade.
Sky from the USA, Flash from Finland. And of course, our very own Nightshade.
Powerball tailor-made for Adrienne Sullivan. Here's why.
I'm looking forward to Powerball. I think that's one of my most strong events due to growing up with 3 brothers, playing football with them, and my basketball skills. I think they're playing real well.
Finland, ready! America, ready! Gladiators, ready! 3, 2, 1.
Powerball perhaps a bit misnamed because speed and quickness equally important.
Couple of big tackles straight off.
Adrienne turns it on there to get by Flash and score.
Riikka comes down hard there.
Adrienne, another nice move, and that one over Nightshade.
Riikka, centre basket for 3 points. Moves a little closer to Adrienne. Bit of a rim shot there. Nightshade doing another good tackle.
Adrienne squeaks away and scores again.
Oh, Adrienne cuts away through Sky and Flash for another 2 points.
She said this was her best event. Now we know why, as Nightshade takes Riikka down hard. Under 10 seconds now.
Both the same end. Cuts a dash. Sky comes down for a big dive.
Not before Adrienne gets another 2 points. She wins it, 10-3.
Adrienne, a real powerhouse in that. Tremendous lower body strength. Even when she's brought down, she still tries a backhander.
Well, Riikka and Adrienne, the hard part's over. Now you can get a bit of a breather. How was it for you out there?
It's a very good game, and the Gladiators had a great team, so it was quite hard to get.
Were you thinking about that center basket as being the most important?
Well, I did one there, so I'm not sure if I did any more, but...
That was the one you got, and it counted. Good work there. Adrienne, 10 points for you. Some bumps and bruises. Was it worth it?
Oh, yeah. I was trying to get for the middle, but after the first tackle, I said, forget the middle. Run around outside and get as many as you can.
Nice work out there. Riikka Hartikainen and Adrienne Sullivan. After one event in the women's competition, Riikka Hartikainen from Finland, 3. Adrienne Sullivan of the USA, 10. The men are ready to rumble in Powerball. Introducing the contenders, operating out of the red scoring basket, Stass Shostak of Russia. Blue contender, operating out of the blue scoring barrel, it is Paul Field. For the Gladiators, here they come, Shadow, Spartak, and Hawk.
Hawk from the USA.
Over to referee, John Anderson.
Spartak from Russia. And of course, our very own Shadow. It was, of course, Powerball where Paul lost his tooth against Warrior in the British finals.
3, 2, 1.
Paul, a police officer who is not to be intimidated. He scores immediately. Working hard again. He's got great quickness as well. He's got another basket. 3 in the span of 15 seconds.
Paul runs into Spartak, and the Hawk swoops on Stass.
At 6'7", Spartak, a Russian wall. And you can see the frustration on Stass's face. He still is looking for his first score.
Paul slips one in for two.
That one by Shadow. Shadow wraps up Stass. Hawk sends Paul to the ground and may have banged his head. He was shaking out the cobwebs.
Paul looks pretty shaken too at the moment. Slips in two. Oh, did you see that, Mike? Spartak pulled the basket away from his fellow countryman. Oh, batted away there.
As the Hawkster closes the book on Stass Shostak's final chance to score, that's the way it ends. Paul Field, the winner, 10-zip.
Look at the difference in size between Shadow and Stass, and wasn't Stass unlucky? Nearly in the basket, and Spartak pulls it away.
Stass, no points, but the effort was there. How did you like Powerball?
Powerball is an excellent game. This time the Gladiator proved stronger than me. Shadow beat me. I look forward to Pyramid.
What do you think of that big guy, Shadow?
Shadow winning, Gladiator.
Okay, get a rest. 4 more events to come. Paul, these people know about how good you are in this event, and again, it was case in point, although I don't know how much more your body can take.
Want me to?
Did you lose anything that go-round?
No, I've tasted some blood, so I think it might have... That's it, John. I'm going to get checked out the back. No problems.
You look great out there. Congratulations, 10 points in Powerball. Paul Field and Stass Shostak. After one event in the men's competition, Stass Shostak of Russia, 0. Paul Field from Great Britain, 10.
Event 2, pursuit. Riikka from Finland is going to be chased by ice. And from the USA, Adrienne. And she's going to be chased by jet. Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
Finland and America, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators, you will go on John's
Riikka and
whistle.
Adrienne will be given a 3-second head start.
3, 2, 1.
And I must say, Mike, I couldn't think of two nicer ladies to be chased by. Ice on Riikka, jet on Adrienne. Snake beams, here we come.
Riikka doing her darndest to keep her balance. Adrienne with the lead as she heads for the wire bridge. She's on the bridge now.
Riikka's on the hand ladder. And look at Jet go, making short work. Ice closing in, and it's a tap.
So Riikka's effort is done. Adrienne still trying to keep out of harm's way through the web trap, the quicksand.
And the gap opening up between her and Jet now. Short work of that high wall.
Down the sprint finish she'll go.
10 points. And from this angle, we can see that Jet and Ice go the wrong way round the bollard, so they've both broken the rules.
You're smiling at last. How did you find that?
Well, it got me going. I heard about Jet's reputation over here on this pursuit.
Did you realize how close she was?
Well, you know, once I jumped off the handbars there, I looked back, I said, my God, she's on me. And I just gave it all I had right here on the nets. I didn't care about stepping through, tippy-toeing. I just ran through, and I just did all I could to get over that wall.
Well, you did very well. It was the scramble net where you got away from her, and you got yourself 10 points. Well done, Adrienne. Well, Riikka, Ice clearly cut round the corner. She's been disqualified. You've been awarded 5 points for second place. How do you feel about that?
Well, of course I feel good, but I would feel better if she wouldn't catch me.
Well done.
After 2 events in the women's competition, Riikka Hartikainen of Finland, 8. Adrienne Sullivan of the USA, 20.
So, moving on to the men's event. Stass from Russia looks set, and he's going to be chased by the big bad Wolfman. And Paul is ready from Great Britain, and he's going to be chased by the man who always swoops and catches his prey, the Hawk. Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
Russia and Great Britain, you will go on my whistle. Gladiators.
Paul is a police officer more accustomed to being the hunter. Here in pursuit, he'll be the hunted.
And Mike, both hawk and wolf, predators. So they're after some blood here.
The snake being the first obstacle to be overcome. Both contenders do that.
And let's keep an eye on Wolf, because he has been known to cheat on this bridge, if you remember.
A time or two. Or three. Right now, Paul with a healthy lead over Stass. Stumbling a bit through the web trap. Now over the low wall. Over the high wall. This pursuit, no problem for Paul Field. He'll pick up 10 points with the greatest of ease. Now let's turn our attention to Stass. Can he get 5?
He's got a wolf on his tail. But the answer is yes, he gets his 5 points, and the Gladiators not even in it.
Well, Stass, congratulations. You got yourself 5 points. How did you find it?
This course was not the most difficult element. Therefore, the fact I succeeded, I'm very happy.
Thank you very much, Birmingham.
Thank you, Shostak from Russia. Paul looked very comfortable out there, getting faster and faster. How did you feel?
Tried to stay relaxed. I was nervous. I didn't know how fast the Gladiator was behind me, but stayed nice, calm, relaxed, did the biz.
You certainly did. 10 points!
After 2 events in the men's competition, Stass Shostak of Russia, 5. Paul Field of Great Britain, 20.
We're going to have a very short break, so don't go away, because after the break you can see some more exciting action on the International Gladiators! Welcome back to the National Indoor Arena. Event 3, Pyramid. Adrienne from the USA and Riikka from Finland are getting ready, and they're going to be facing Sky and Flash.
Riikka from Finland told us the differences between her show and International Gladiators.
Well, in your show, it differs from ours that you have lots of music here and lots of people watching it, and I think it looks fabulous.
Riikka will need a little song in her step if she is to scale this 32-foot-high pyramid. Sky, the American gladiator, has been assigned to her. Adrienne Sullivan will try to get back by Finnish gladiator Flash.
Riikka, the kindergarten teacher. This is going to be no romp in the playground for her.
Both women on their way. They have 60 seconds to make it to the top.
Interesting tactics, goes for the left wing. And that didn't pay off. She took herself down. Oh,
Flash and Adrienne both go flying back to the bottom. Flash is Adrienne wrapped up one more time.
And Riikka running around, but not getting up those steps very quickly.
She can run, but she cannot hide. But look at Adrienne Sullivan. She breaks away from Flash, and she has made it to the top with plenty of time to spare. 10 points. Her mom, Vivian, going wild.
Meanwhile, Riikka in all kinds of trouble. Down she goes. Very genteelly, I might add.
She's got 10 seconds left. Sky shadowing her every move.
Sky the size of about 3 steps there.
She has a wingspan of a giant condor. Tough to get by her. Riikka will not do it. And Adrienne wins this particular pyramid 10-zip.
Flash takes a dive. She misses. And Adrienne, with her speed, gets to the top. Just a flash in the pan? I think not.
After 3 events in the women's competition, Riikka Hartikainen of Finland, 8. Adrienne Sullivan of the USA, 30.
On to the men's event. Stass from Russia and Paul Fields from Great Britain are going to be facing the Dynamite and the Awesome Shadow! Over to John Anderson.
Great Britain and Russia. Ready!
Dynamite and Shadow look like a pair of Greek statues atop that pyramid. Paul will have to get by Dynamite. Stass and Shostak will have to get by Shadow.
2, 1.
Paul has made this trip before, but for Stass, his first attempt Should we dare call these the Russian steps? Dynamite sends Paul back to the bottom, and he's lost his helmet as well.
And Paul looking for a route round the big fella.
Dynamite's so wide, he'd be an expensive cab ride around him. He's that large.
Now Stass has got his work cut out for him trying to maneuver around Shadow. He's a persistent fella, isn't he?
He is persistent, and look at this. Shadow has lost contact with Stass. Stass will make it all the way to the top for 10. He is pumped up.
Now it's all about Dynamite and Paul. Policeman Paul, and he joins the flying squad. Look at him bounce.
I think Paul thought for a second he was going to get free, and then Dynamite grabbed his jersey to send him back to the bottom. That is it.
Excellent work. Paul doesn't even realize it's over. There's Shadow and Stass on the left. Shadow coming out the worst as he goes to the bottom. And little Stass, about the size of one of those steps, manages to crawl to the top and surprisingly take the 10 points. And it's Dos Vidania Shadovic.
Sometimes when David faces Goliath, David does win. How does a little guy like you shrug off a big guy like Shadow?
Do you see there? The Russian audience. They all want to win. But I want to win more. That's why.
I'm real strong.
He is real strong, right, Shadow? Well, you gave it a great shot up there, and the big guy from Russia, Dynamite, had that vice grip. It was tough to get away, I imagine.
Yeah, he's some man. I thought he was going to be throwing me off, but he just held me there and just wore me out.
A lot more events to come. Paul, don't let that chin go down too deep, man. They still love you here.
Cheers, no worries.
Paul Field and Stass Shostak. After 3 events in the men's competition, Stass Shostak of Russia, 15. Paul Field of Great Britain, 20. Event number 4 at hand. Turn your attention to our grid of 54 rings. It's time for Hang Tough. The women will start things off on the platform for the contenders from Finland, Riikka Hartikainen.
25-year-old from Finland, 5'7" inches, 10 stone, 3 pounds.
Doing the swing thing for the international team of Gladiators, it's the Jetster. Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
Jet giving away 1 inch and nearly a stone in weight.
Finland!
But a tough draw for Riikka because Jet, one of the very best in this event. She may take the teacher to school here.
3, 2, 1.
Wish I had a teacher like that, Mike. Very graceful in the air, Jet.
She picks that middle line of rings and going directly towards Hartikainen. Riikka's in trouble already, desperately trying to stay out of harm's way.
Somehow you don't get the impression she's got a plan here. But Jet's
got a plan.
Yeah. Locks in those body scissors. Oh, look at that.
Down they both go. Jet gets the job done in 29 seconds. Riikka, for all the people here at the National Indoor Arena, what is it like to have someone who is as talented as Jet come darting right at you and wrap her legs around you and pull you off that thing?
She is like a monkey. She comes and...
Well, she's certainly very graceful up there. No points. Did at any time, did you think you might be able to get by her?
Yeah, I thought so, but maybe I was her banana this time.
Jet the monkey and you the banana, huh? Well, that's one good analogy, I guess. Riikka Hartikainen from Finland. Up next for our female contenders from the USA, Adrienne Sullivan.
Adrienne weighing in at 10 stone and 9 pounds, 5'6" inches tall.
Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson once again.
America, are you ready?
Adrienne, a very talented athlete, a police officer from Georgia.
Well, Mike, she's going to need a very arresting performance to get past Jet.
3, 2, 1.
Gee, those rings look like giant handcuffs in front of her eyes there.
One of the things that Jet does so well, she stays still on the rings. Once those rings start moving, it's very difficult for both contender and gladiator to get a hold and get any kind of rhythm up there. Adrienne's got some rhythm working for her on an outside line right now.
She's in the scoring zone, but does she have ambition to go further to the platform?
Jet's got it back together again now as she tries to close in. 25 seconds remaining here.
Adrienne, the police officer from Georgia, with the long arm of the law. Well, after this, they certainly will be.
These rings stretch you out, and right now, Adrienne's stretched to the max. Look at Jet traverse on these rings.
Oh, she missed the body scissors.
She's got 5 seconds left. If Adrienne can hang tough for the remaining time, she's got 5. Does she? Yes.
Well, that was a close thing. 5 points there, the hard way. I think this is one of those moments, Mike, when you hope your underarm deodorant's working.
A very, very close decision, and the verdict is in. Adrienne did stay on long enough to earn 5 points for a draw. And Jet, I know you're quite the sportswoman, and you really don't mind because you were more appreciative of the fact that she was great and hang tough, and it was a good, well-played match.
Absolutely. It's nice when you get a chance to have a run around after somebody, and you gave me a good run around. And you were hanging tough as well. Both girls that I've competed against today are very, very strong. On one ring, you were holding me. Very well done.
Thank you. And Adrienne, you knew you were in for a long, long 60 seconds up there with Jet.
Oh, yeah. This is one of my worst events, and again, I heard about Jet's reputation up here on this hang tough. My goal really was to just get into the scoring zone and evade her, but I got there and almost blew it.
It was great fun to watch. 5 points for you and a lot more fans if that's possible. Jet and Adrienne Sullivan. After 4 events in the women's competition, Riikka Hartikainen of Finland, 8. Adrienne Sullivan of the USA, 35. The men are ready to swing here and hang tough. Up first for the contenders from Russia, Stass Shostak.
Our Russian bodybuilding coach weighs in at just over 12.5 stone.
And doing the honors for the Gladiators, our Finnish gladiator, Terminator.
Our Finnish gladiator hoping to add his 16.5 stone weight on top of Stass Shostak.
Russia, are you ready?
John, the Flying Finn Terminator, certainly capable of adding that extra poundage to Stass's body weight because this is his best event. Let's watch him work.
He flies through the air with the greatest of ease, and he takes the job seriously. That Terminator tattoo on his left shoulder there.
Just in case the contenders forget who he is.
Heck of a shame if he changed his name.
Little Stass in trouble. Little Stass goes down. Just lost his grip.
Made it easy for Terminator. Secretly, he's relieved, though.
And next up for our male contenders in hang tough, British champion Paul Field.
6 foot tall, weighing in at 14 stone.
Over to our international referee, Larry Thompson.
Great Britain, are you ready? Gladiator, are you ready?
You know, Mike, I don't think the Terminator's going to have such an easy job this time. Paul Field has got across to the other side before on British Gladiators. This could be a whole different kettle of fish.
A reminder, today's winners move on to the semifinals. Should Paul prevail, he would meet America's Kyler Storm in 2 weeks in the semis. And the Terminator almost terminates Paul's run here in hang tough.
Police officer Paul. Definitely the boy in blue. And Terminator trying to get his long arm across to him.
Amazing hand strength being demonstrated by Paul Field. For a moment there, he was hanging on by just a single ring. Now he's got his momentum back. We're under 20 seconds. Terminator regroups, backtracks a bit. He'll make another charge towards Paul. Can't get him.
He's running out of time. He's got his 5 points, but I don't think he's going to make it to the other side. No, that's it.
And I think that's all Paul was looking for, the 5 points in the draw.
And mutual respect for these athletes. Terminator greets Paul Field. Good job by both guys.
Paul, Terminator, when it's played well, hang tough, awfully fun to watch. Did at any point during that match, Paul, you think that you could get by the big guy?
I didn't have a straight route, and I kept missing rings, unfortunately. And he's a big guy up there. No, I didn't think I had a route through.
You know, John Fashanu has likened it to a chess match in midair. And indeed, many times you make a move and he has to counter.
Yeah. I mean, I've scored every time I played this game. It's a good game for me.
And it looks like it's a good game for you, Terminator. So close to taking him down, but he always seemed to get out of the way.
Yeah, it was fast game, but I think we meet again. I think.
Meet again, perhaps, in the semifinals. Congratulations, Terminator. Congratulations, Paul Field, another 5 points. Nice work in hang tough. After 4 events in the men's competition, Stass Shostak of Russia, 15. Paul Field of Great Britain, 25.
Event 5, the duel. Riikka from Finland is ready, and she's going to be facing the deadly Nightshade. Over to John Anderson.
And we do mean deadly, Mike. Take a look at these stats. 6 foot, 11 stone, and undefeated in this event.
And one has to wonder what is going through Riikka Hartikainen's mind right now. Can I possibly win? Can I possibly survive?
I think what's going through her mind is probably Nightshade's pugil stick. Look at these shots raining in from above.
Left, right, she handles that stick like a toothpick.
She's hammering it down like a carpenter would hammer a nail in.
This isn't a duel, it's almost a beheading.
Tower of London, eh? How's she staying up there, Mike?
An amazing performance of stamina on the part of Riikka Hartikainen. She hangs in there against the mighty Nightshade and earns 5 points for a draw.
You're right. Great courage shown by Riikka, but we must check out the rules of this game, and I didn't see any offensive shots at all. It was all defense.
Well, before we start, you're still alive, most important thing, but I think John Anderson has something to tell us all. John, could you tell us what your decision is?
The requirement in this particular game is that both the contender and the gladiator must be seen to attack, to show some aggression. Regrettably, in this case, in my judgment, the Finnish contender did not show any aggression or any attack and is therefore disqualified.
John Anderson with the much more critical eye, looking at it as an official, not a fan.
I'm sure you understood what John Anderson had to say. He disqualified you because you were very, very defensive and you weren't attempting to attack Nightshade. How do you feel about that?
Well, I was trying to attack him, but when she hits me, then I try to hit, but I don't know.
She's a very strong girl and she's very famous in Great Britain. She's never been beaten, so don't feel too bad. One more to go, the Eliminator. Off you go, Riikka. Riikka from Finland!
That was a pretty bitter pill to swallow.
Next up to face Nightshade from the USA is Adrienne. Over to John Anderson.
You can be sure that Adrienne Sullivan has taken note of Riikka's performance. She knows she needs to mount an offensive. She has to impress the referee.
Woman police officer Adrienne using that pugil stick like a nightstick. Nightshade knows she's in a fight now, Mike.
Certainly no question about her mixing it up here. Remember, Nightshade has never been defeated in this event, the duel. Adrienne giving her all she wants, and whoa!
She slipped, and still giving it some on the back of the head, and Nightshade didn't appreciate that at all.
In slipping off the platform, Nightshade touched Adrienne's platform. Automatic DQ, her first defeat ever.
And that face says it all.
But what does this face say? That's Adrienne's mom, Vivian, and by the looks of her countenance, you'd have never guessed her daughter pulled off this major upset.
Congratulations. What a battle. Talk us through it.
Well, I wanted to get the first punch in, which I did, but Nightshade got one in too. She got me going for a second. I don't know what happened there. I just saw her coming forward, and I was trying to knock her through the pedestals, but...
You know, not many people beat Nightshade, you know that?
Yeah, I can imagine, and I see why.
Well, you're a very strong girl. Congratulations. You got yourself 10 points!
After 5 events in the women's competition, Riikka Hartikainen of Finland, 8. Adrienne Sullivan of the USA, 45.
And the first of our male contenders from Russia is Stass. And he's going to be up against the strong man himself, Sabre.
Sabre outgunning Stass, 8-inch height advantage, 6'2", and 3.5 stone advantage, 16.5 stone.
Back in America, Sabre has a punch here in this event called the sledgehammer. It's an overhanded swing, and it's very effective.
And is that it?
That's it. So far, Stass holding his own, however.
Stass, the Russian bodybuilder, he's going to have to do a lot more building to catch up with Sabre.
Sabre clearly the aggressor. Stass trying him out, some kind of offensive. That low center of gravity helping him out, however.
Sabre cutting him down to size. Not that he was very big in the first place.
Little Stass, I think, has done it.
Sabre had Stass in his eyes.
And Shostak has 5 points for the draw.
What a battle, Strauss. What a battle. You're a very small man, but you're a very strong man. How did you find that?
It's a very strong gladiator. So the fact that I stood up to him is very good. I will get to the eliminator with 3 times the energy, if I'm going to be supported by the Russian audience.
Thank you very much, Birmingham.
Congratulations, Stass. You got yourself 5 points, and you certainly earned them. And the last of our male contenders to face Sabre from Great Britain is Paul. Over to John Anderson.
And not such a big mountain for Paul Field to climb, only giving away 2.5 stone and 2 inches in the height department.
As a police officer, he's had to mix it up with bigger men before. This shouldn't be a problem. He has taken the attack to Sabre. Now Sabre counter-punching.
Oh, and Sabre catches a good one to the back of the head and helps him down. The cops for the drop.
Nice piece of strategy by Sabre, waiting for Paul to make a mistake and then finding his own opening.
Paul, you must be angry with yourself. Went for the big shot, missed, overbalanced. Gave him a couple of good ones as well. I think you hit him with 4 consecutive blows.
So close, but yet so far away.
And this is your favourite event, Paul?
Yeah, my favourite event. Yeah, I love this one.
No points. Unlucky, Paul.
No problems.
On to the eliminator. Let's hear it for Paul! Sabre, big man. That was a great display.
I had to learn from the first one. This is the first time I ever dueled in the UK. And their platforms are a little farther apart. The sticks are a little lighter and a little shorter. The first guy laid back in the back of the platform and I couldn't reach him. So even when I did reach him, my power was negated by the fact that he was way back. On this one, I had to sit still, let him come in and land a couple punches. That would get him excited, that would get him where I could catch him, and I caught him, and that was it.
Let's hear it for Sabre!
Sabre demonstrating there's more to duel than meets the eye. Brain as important as brawn.
After 5 events in the men's competition, Stass Shostak of Russia, 20. Paul Field from Great Britain, 25.
Join us after the break for the eliminator here on the International Gladiators!
It is showtime here at the National Indoor Arena. The eliminator is at hand. In the women's competition, 37 points separate American Adrienne Sullivan from Finland's Riikka Hartikainen, giving Adrienne an 18.5-second head start. Now the winner of the Eliminator will move on to the semifinals and face off against Great Britain's Eunice Huthart. And right now, John Fashanu is with our two contenders at the start line. John?
Adrienne, 18.5 seconds head start. That's a lot of time.
Hey, it seems like a lot of time, but still got to give it all I have. I'm not going to take anything for granted because anything can happen here on the Eliminator.
You're very right. Riikka, can you make that time up?
Well, I do my best and I try to.
Good. We wish you both all the best. Let the games begin.
In the Eliminator, 18.5 seconds, John, an eternity.
Let's hope she's brought a good book, Mike.
Yeah, like War and Peace.
America, you will go on my whistle. Finland, you will go on John's whistle. 3, 2, 1.
By my reckoning, Adrienne should be on the hand ladder by the time Riikka gets out of the starting blocks. But she looks pretty slow.
Either that or she's being very deliberate, being careful not to make any major mistakes. Having trouble on the rope. Here comes Riikka.
And she's not exactly pushing the boat out here. This is like watching Eliminator in slow motion.
Adrienne on the hand ladder. Should she hang on and win this Eliminator, she would advance to the semifinals and meet Liverpool's Eunice Huthart in 2 weeks.
The likely lass from Liverpool.
And that would be a great matchup. Riikka trying desperately to come from behind. She's on the hand ladder.
Well, the teacher from Finland learning some lessons the hard way. Not the most convincing travel across the rolling beams there either.
Adrienne now down the zip line. Nice landing. There's her mom on the left, Vivian.
Most animated I've seen her so far.
I think she'll take a big sigh of relief when this is all over. Adrienne now negotiating the balance beam. Riikka just atop the cargo net.
Adrienne, the police officer from Georgia, pumps it up the tabulator.
She will win it. Not in the fastest Eliminator time we've ever seen, but remember, she's going on to the semifinals. She is hoping to have left something in reserve for Liverpool's Eunice Huthart.
She's playing a very steady game, and here comes Riikka, the teacher from Finland. Oh, she slips away. What a time for that to happen.
The crowd, of course, will not let her give up. And boy, will she have tales to tell her kindergarten class back in Finland.
She's got to push hard, keep the head up.
There she's got it. The final swing, and Riikka has finished.
Adrienne, congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels good, John. That Eliminator is really tough. For a second there, I was like, oh my God. But I gave it all I had, like I said I was going to do. It feels good. It feels real good.
Well done. Another winner on the International Gladiators. Adrienne from the USA.
Riikka, you may not have won the competition, but as far as a contender is concerned, I think you symbolize what Gladiators is all about. That perseverance, sticking to an assignment, never quitting. Did it mean something very special to you when everybody here in the NIA was cheering for you to finish?
Yeah, it was so nice that everyone was supporting me, and I have had a very great time to be here.
They love you.
And I love them.
Did you hear that, Birmingham? She loves you as well. Adrienne Sullivan and Riikka Hartikainen.
So in our ladies semi-finals, we have 2 Americans, 1 Finn and 1 British contender to look forward to.
Well, after all that excitement, we're going to have a timeout.
The audience here in England has been fantastic. Back in the States, we filmed our show in a much smaller venue. And the 8,000 screaming fans here is just gives you that extra energy boost that is beyond compare.
I think the UK audience is great. The British Gladiators at the beginning, when we were first introduced, get the loudest applause because they're recognized. But by the end of the show, everybody gets the same amount of applause, and it's great. I love it. I love it.
The energy they bring to us in order to to just propel us into our games at such a higher level is it's phenomenal.
I said before that it's the best audience I ever seen anywhere. And I like to say that I love you all.
The men's eliminator between Stass Shostak of Russia and Paul Field from Great Britain should be quite a battle. Right now, Paul has a 5-point lead that is good for only a 2.5-second head start. Paul, I know you have a great deal of respect for this little guy from Russia. He's been good.
Yeah, he has been very good, very, very good. All I'm going to do is concentrate on what I'm doing and nothing else. No mistakes.
Focus and concentration, the name of the game. Yeah. Stass, what about the role of underdog and coming from behind?
Lagging behind, I'm not interested at all. If I win over myself, I'll beat my competitor. But I wish Paul good luck.
Stass, Paul, indeed, good luck. May the best man win.
Mike, I think everyone here at the NIA has come to be very attached to this little fella, his spirit, his heart, his sportsmanship.
Paul Field won't worry about sportsmanship until after the race is over.
You will
That's
go
for sure.
on my whistle. Russia, you will go on Larry's whistle. 3, 2, 1.
Once again, Paul with a slim 2.5-second head start. Here comes Stass.
And these high hurdles, no problem for our little bear.
He's been tough and determined all competition long. Does he have the right stuff to come from behind? Look at Paul. Motor on that hand bike. And now a triple jump across the beam. Remember, he is also an Olympic athlete, having competed for Great Britain in the Winter Olympics in the bobsled.
And he's moving through this eliminator as fast as he does downhill on the bobsleigh. Here comes Stass. And not having tremendous luck with the cargo net.
Paul Field down the zip line. He's headed for home. Stass struggling up that cargo net.
Like a spider on a web.
Paul Field, all that's left to travel later. He's done it. He's going on to the semifinals. In 2 weeks, he'll meet American Tyler Storm. What an effort by the police officer from Watford.
Based at Holborn Police Station, incidentally, where they'll be going absolutely potty. Here comes Stass, our bodybuilder from Russia.
And you're right, John, what you said earlier. Everybody here in Birmingham is really taken to the little Russian guy.
I think he's going to be taking some great memories with him back to Russia. Oh, it looks like he's going to go back on the travelator a little earlier than he thought then.
Yeah, I'm sure Stass will go back to Russia and tell some of his fellow athletes about his gladiator experience.
Head high, his heart is big. He's been great, hasn't he?
Stass Shostak finishes his run.
Congratulations, Paul. You won before to get here, and now you've won again on the International Gladiators. How does it feel? Better?
Feels better, but it gets harder. It gets really hard.
You did very well. 3 seconds, no problem to you.
No, just extended it, really. A few thank yous I'd like to do to my family and friends, and to everyone here in Birmingham. And to my Russian opponent.
Well done. Let's hear it for Paul Fields from Great Britain.
This is really a great scene, and I know, Paul Field, you just told Stass, keep your chin up. You have much to be proud about. All the effort, all the pain, all the hard work, was it worth it, Stass?
I've lost because he is stronger. I'm weaker.
Thank you also for a great show. 2 champions, Paul and Stass.
In the men's semi-finals, we can look forward to 2 contenders from America and 2 from Great Britain.
So Paul Field and Adrienne Sullivan, the latest members of our semi-final team, they'll go on to face Tyler Storm and Eunice Huthart. For John Fashanu and all of us here at the NIA, I'm Mike Adamley. See you again on International Gladiators.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.
Do you feel the power of the Gladiators? Well, you should after that. Did you know Wolf now runs a chain of gyms in New Zealand? Will he be tearing up the floor in more Gladiators next on Challenge? Find out in a sec. Whilst over on Pick, it's 60-minute makeover.
Are you ready, ready, ready? muscle.